And we're back. Hi, my name's Charles, and this is something new. So for a while I've been recording myself replaying Honkai Star Rail from the very beginning, going over all of the old stories, but today an exciting thing happened. 3.0 was released, in fact, probably just, about 20 minutes ago. And the servers are online, and this is an opportunity to start a new series of videos where I actually play through content for the first time, instead of going over it again and pretending to be surprised by things. Not that I do that very often, but still, occasionally. So, this is literally the first time I have logged in to Star Rail 3.0, and I'm going to be doing it on my main account, which has all of my real characters on and that has already got up to this point in the story. So without any further ado, let's hit the button. And I was going to log in and then make a whole bunch of red dots disappear, but there's always the chance that you log in and you are immediately dumped into a cutscene, and I wanted to make sure that if I was, I'd at least get to see it. Are you ready? A new destination, a new trailblaze, and of course, a new outfit. Before departure, Black Swan read my fortune, said I'd have a glacially beautiful moment in Amphorius. I immediately understood. It means I finally get to wear this little dress. Come on, Carlfishy, let's take a picture together and capture the beauty. Oh, she gets new splash art too, that's nice, with little memo sprites in it. And a new avatar. So, this is I think this outfit only shows up... Yeah, it only shows up when you're using her as a preservation march. Which is, a little bit sad, because, we've got the new outfit, but in a version of March that I'll only be playing on my other account. But, it's nice that we have it. And obviously we will see more of that outfit once we... I guess, for technical reasons, I need to get up to the point where she gets it in story before I move on. But notice this fashion tab that has appeared. I wonder if this is going to be a thing that gets added to more characters. I mean, now that they have the capability of doing it, it seems like it would be silly not to. And we've also got a new feature up here, the build guide, which says what are the popular light cones for Preservation March, what traces should I be leveling up, what relics should she get. So that's a nice little feature that I can look into later, but for now I'm just going to switch her back to her hunt mode, which is the one I actually use of her on this account, and just continue on. And here is the summon to join the new Trailblazer expedition, and Himiko is smiling. That's nice. Himiko. Oh, she sent me an emoji. Hey. The space station sent someone over with gifts. I asked the express conductor to leave the items in the parlor car. Come and help yourselves. What are the gifts? This sounds like us is doing. Why would someone as rich and eccentric as her send us? It's all snacks and supplies and some interesting gadgets invented by the researchers. They said they wanted to repay us for our kindness and help back on the space station. Everything is a small token of their appreciation. It was nothing, really. They didn't have to do this. I have no interest in the gifts, but I appreciate their sentiments. Wow, I'll be right there. By the way, make sure you come along. There's a little robot in here that would be perfect for you. Why me? This is all a bit sudden. After some discussion with the conductor, we figured it would be best for you to take it. Pom-Pom was going to use it as an express cleaner, but considering how busy you always are, you can probably use an assistant, so this little robot is all yours. Remember to visit the parlor car. We'll keep your stuff here for now. We've got snacks too. Speaking of snacks, there are certain passengers I would like to remind not to sneak off and eat all by themselves. Make sure you leave some for others. So this is a quest, I don't know. And we have another one from Pom-Pom. Hey, hey. It's been a while since the conductor greeted us with a hey hey. That means we're gearing up for a warp jump, aren't we? Exactly. Regarding our next destination, a passenger has given us a special tip. As usual, we'll discuss this at the navigation meeting. Meet in the parlor car. So everything is telling me to go to the parlor car. I was currently at this Calyx pre-farming for the Herta, as one does. So, going through the list of things that I need to do on this account. So we've gone through all the preliminary stuff and we've read our text messages. And we have 2 new quests, which is important. We have... Okay, this is interesting. Different kinds of enemy attacks. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that in actual combat. So they're trying to increase the tactical depth of combat by making enemies have different kinds of attacks. So in here I've got a nice new little march picture, which I will not use because I am peppy. I have some support credits from myself on my other account because I use my own characters as support. I have some mail. I have some credits from the treasure gadget. I have a survey to fill out, which I will not do now. I have 300 jades for the maintenance, and 300 for bug compensation. I think that we really deserve more bug compensation for the length of time that we got stuck with the bugs in Aventurine and Herta and so on, but I guess they've just decided that this just folds into the catch-all bug rewards we get every single version. But you know, I think there's a case to be made for the fact for those particular bugs actually costing some people some jades because they weren't able to complete levels of content that they would normally have been able to complete, and that we should have got a little bit more compensation for that. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. It's not real currency anyway. It's just a number in a database that someone gets to tick up or not tick up as the case may be. But let's delete all the things that we don't have to act on. And so we've gone through that. Nameless honor, we can activate this later. I won't pay for it now because it's just a, you know, piece of housekeeping. We can claim our stuff that we've gathered over the course of the week. We've got some stuff to do during our missions, and just claim a few little rewards there. And next we have stuff in the travel log, a whole bunch of stuff. First we have Mem's Gift. This is the new item that allows you to reroll stats on relics, which I'm hoping that they give out a lot of because I have so many relics that have really bad stats. Like I had one the other day where the stats were attack percent, crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, and effect res. And every single roll went to effect res, and I almost quit the game. But the other thing we get there is we get 10 passes, so let's claim that immediately. The next thing is this express gift I still haven't claimed because I'm really not desperate for any one of these characters or another copy of any one of these characters, so I may as well wait until the very end when, you know, I've already received a bunch of them from missing 50/50s. Gift of Odyssey, first day of claiming a Star Rail pass. There's Divergent Universe is about to wind up. They've doubled the rewards so that people can catch up to the end of the synchronicity level before they take it away, which is not something I need to do right now. We have continued the Trailblaze missions. We'll get there in a moment. Ilia Travelogue. Legend has it that Ilya, the Chrysos heir, spent his entire life wandering Amphorius, and his personal letters were eventually discovered by a wandering bard, thus giving rise to this travelogue. So here is a set of quests for us to do in Amphorius that will each reward some jades, so we'll keep an eye on them. This is the invitation code event, which I'll ignore as usual. And finally, we have the aptitude showcase for the Herta. So this is where we get down to the pointy end, because I would actually quite like to pull the Herta. I have some tickets left over, and so before we do any pulls, the first thing you want to do is actually take her to the trial and see for ourselves what she does. So let's jump in. When allies attack, she applies stackable marks to the target. The more stacks are marked on the target, the more enhanced skill damage can mark the location of treasures on the map. So this last one is like directly power creeps Topaz, which is sad.
Take a look. This is pure.
There are currently no treasures within sight, which is sad.
Is that?
But we
I was expecting.
do have a dude. And she has voice lines that I'm talking over. I'll try not to. So the Herta, her basic attack does a basic attack. Her skill, Big Brain Energy, deals damage to one designated enemy and damage to the target, and deals damage to the targets hit by this instance of skill and their respective adjacent targets, repeating 2 times. So it hits the middle target, and then it bounces out to the targets around it, and then it bounces out again to the targets around those, which means it also bounces back to the original target again. Told ya, magic happens. Rearranges the number of interpretation stacks on all enemies, prioritizing the transfer of the higher numbers of interpretation stacks to elite level targets and above. Her talent, Enhanced Skill, increases the damage dealt based on the target's interpretation stacks, and Technique increases her attack at the start of battle. So what she does is she places these stacks over the heads of targets. I'm really interested to see if you have multiple abilities that put these things over targets' heads, how do they interact and not look really weird, or do these only show up when the Hurt is playing? I don't know, but this is the blast attack that kind of does the bounce out. So we shall run that. And that activates Little Herta, which is funny. But I should hit the ult, but I was just waiting for all this to finish.
I'm okay.
So we'll do the Herta's ult first. I don't know what order these should be stacked in. You see, this guy has 41 stacks. This guy's got 3 stacks. So if we...
There's a dangerous thing, you know.
It is indeed a dangerous thing. Turn off fast forward just for this one.
Endless riddle, but the answer is nothing but a void. Time to twirl! Okay,
that was pretty cool. So he's now got all 42 stacks on him. She can just do her... Actually, let's use regular Herta's attack.
It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Just use your regular attack too.
Put
a defense shred on the big guy in the middle. And then... Oh, she got a follow-up attack on there too. Interesting. So you can do your regular AoE, Baby Herta.
I don't have time for games. Open sesame. Time to twirl! Curiosity is a dangerous thing, you know.
Let's see this again.
Endless riddles, The answer is nothing but a void.
All those little images of Herta in the mirrors. I'll have to check that on the replay.
Affection before? Expand your thinking. Watch it grow.
What triggers that follow-up? I'll have to find out.
Oh dear. Do you know who I... This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! We have the upper hand.
I apologize to everyone who would rather me be using the Japanese voice pack for that, but sadly I keep forgetting to turn it on.
Open sesame. What are you looking at?
Okay, Herta recovers energy like crazy. That's like 3 ults in one fight.
Nothing but a boy. Time to twirl!
Yes, I know I should probably be spending more time looking into how these characters work, but I'm just kind of experiencing it. I don't even have the character yet, so it's not like...
Glimpse the unknown.
It's not like I'm relying on them for MOC yet or anything. I will at some point know exactly how these things work, but life is too short to spend all of your time watching preview videos.
Commencing support. Ready for another? Open sesame.
Okay, I think the lesson we learn here is that the Herta hits like an absolute truck. And I want her, or at least I want her character in my game. So that means the next thing that we have to do is jump straight to her banner. I also want to grab a copy of Lingsha at some point if I can, but that's going to cost money. And I'm going to wait for a while before I actually spend money on this banner for various personal reasons. But if we look at the details down here, when did we last pull a 5-star? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 60, 63. So I am very close to pity, but I'm also not guaranteed the Herta. I'm not guaranteed the Herta. So fingers crossed that I can get at least one copy of her and then start trying to get a light cone. And we do not get her on the first temple. I think of the other characters on the banner, the only one... Oh, I have 2 copies of Asta straight away. She just really wants to say hello. I think only one I don't have at E6 already. I think I don't have Moza at E6, but everyone else I do, but we shall see. And there we go. We have a 5-star. So, to set expectations here, I have never hit a 50-50 whilst recording. Every time I've been recording myself doing pulls, I have missed my 50-50. So we are hoping to change that around this time. We have a copy of Resolution. Light Cone. I think Shadowburn, is that like the 3-star Remembrance Light Cone? Because that looks new. Neutral Demise. Moza. Yep, we're still collecting Eidolons for Moza. And Clara. So we are continuing my amazing run of not winning 50-50s. And just and Natasha kicked on the end there just to, rub salt in the wounds. So yeah, this is the new Remembrance Light Cone, the 3-star one. So when the wearer summons Memo Sprite for the first time, recover a skill point and regenerate 12 energy. So I'm just going to use up the remainder of my warps on the Herta's banner in the hope of getting lucky, and then I'm going to go and cry. Nope. Copy of links. Again, just got her at E6, so it doesn't really matter. Let's roll again. Never lucky. One day I will just be going through this and saying, oh yeah, da-da-da-da-da, I am so unlucky, I never get these things. And suddenly a double will just appear in front of me and I will be going, yay, I got a double, isn't that amazing? But until then, I'm just going to be here and sad. Another copy of Mozart. I now have mid E6. I guess I only needed one more Eidolon for him. And 2 more until I am in extra time. So this is the... not second last, but certainly pushing my luck. And Asta. And now we'll spend our Stellar Jades. And still nothing. I know, I should be trying to be more entertaining here. I should be, you know, ginning it up like, yay, this is the time I'm gonna get it. But, you know, you just get into the... you get tunnel visioned on, I'm gonna pull the lever again, and this time I'm going to pretend it's gonna go a different way, but we all know it won't. We all know there's no such thing as good luck. There is only fate, and fate does not want you to be happy. So what we're gonna do, because we can, is we're gonna dive into... we have new things in the contract shop. I'm gonna dive into here where we have a whole bunch of stored up Starlight, and we don't have a new 5-star light cone to pull, so just gonna spend all of that getting more Star Rail passes. Double checking there to make sure I was getting the right kind of Star Rail pass, because doing that on a recording would be pretty hilarious. And now we have 37 warps left to hopefully pull the Herta and, you know, relieve me of a bit of this misery. So once again, we did not pull on that 10 pull, and I think I'll just fast forward because now I'm really just getting copies of stuff I already have. Really, I'm only going to get excited if I actually pull a 5-star, which is looking less and less likely. And I'd love to know how many copies of Paler I have. I'll have to look it up on Star Rail Station after this and laugh at myself. We must be getting pretty close to pity again. We must be at like, you know, 50, is it like 60 or 70 by now? I should keep count. I'm such a terrible I'm not so unprofessional. And so, again, last 10 pull of the 10 pulls that I have available. Fingers crossed. And there we go. In the last 10 pull, after torturing ourselves for far too long, putting ourselves through hell and misery, we get Pioneering, and we get the Herta. or the Herta, depending on how you pronounce these things. I would say the Herta. But the Herta, it probably rolls off the tongue more because of the H involved. Although it just ends up being Verta. You just put an apostrophe in the middle. So there we go. I was hoping to get myself a quick Herta, like by winning my 50-50, and then run through and use the remaining tickets to get her light cone and feel very happy and, you know, have the thing that manages to recover some of her skill points and make her just a little bit more fun to use. But no, these things were not meant to be. But what that means is that I can go away and do a little bit of housekeeping now. I can go through here and make the dots go away and various other things, and then return in a moment to actually play the story. You know, as much as I say bad things about Ting Yun, Fugue is pretty.